Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to an episode of CSGO News. This is the series where I show and tell you what's been going on in the CS community for the past week. This can have anything to do with the CSGO pro scene, such as teams or players possibly having last-second updates before the Paris Major, CSGO investing, where we'll discuss the case market and the downwards trend with Stockholm and Antwerp, and of course CSGO/CS2 updates, such as the next CS2 Open Beta, the Paris sticker release, alongside a whole lot more. Now, today's video sponsor is, of course, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly, trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade. Now, the first thing I want to cover is the CS2 limited test build has apparently come to a close, and that's leaving the door open and many people questioning if we're going to get a full-on alpha, more of an open alpha, open beta, so everyone, or the majority of people, can access it one way or another, at least a lot more from the limited test build, because it looks like a week ago, according to Aquarius and some other people on Twitter, whether it's intentional or not, the matchmaking in Counter-Strike 2 is completely shut off. So when you go search for a game, it's pretty much not letting you. You just keep searching forever and ever. And that's making me think as well with the Paris Major soon, literally today, with us going into summer in just the next couple of months, and how Valve didn't suggest any specific release date, I think we could see it very soon. That goes for a beta, and then the full release, well, we don't really know. Most of us thought the CS2 limited test build wouldn't be so limited by now. Over time, it was thought that more players would be allowed on the servers, but that's not the case anymore. I think an open beta is going to come sometime at the end of the Paris Major, alongside a new gameplay trailer as well. That's just my guess, but it makes sense. Valve is going to need a lot more playtesters, especially on other maps besides Dust 2, and ones that are in the primary map pool. It is a little worrisome that the release is just a couple months away, and we haven't heard too much on the game or even played any other map, so early access or an open beta for testing, I think should be very soon. If Valve was extremely smart and wanted to get their player numbers and sales up a whole lot more, which they don't need, they do it during the major, so you have to watch a pro game for the chance of getting a beta key or early access, similar to how they did with souvenir packages back in the day. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below. And the next thing I want to discuss is a new all-time high player record, which is now 1.8 million players, which, to be honest, this is some pretty insane growth without even having the full release of CS2, an open beta, or even an operation, just the Paris Major and limited updates. So it seems to be the hype is really drawing people in. So 2 million players is definitely on the table, and 3 million with the highly anticipated release of CS2, I think is definitely possible within the first few weeks, as long as things go exceptionally well. And that would benefit everybody. Benefits Valve, benefits us, benefits the skins community. You kind of get the whole thing. It feeds into the ecosystem. So moving on, we're going to be talking about the case unboxing report from April of 2023. Now, why this is pretty important is, well, it tells you what kind of demand is going on inside the CSGO community, helps you dictate what cases you should buy as an investment, but also you should be selling off because people are not interested. This one hasn't gotten its own dedicated video yet, but I think it may because it's probably the most important yet. So according to April of 2023, we had the most unboxed cases ever in CSGO's history at 50.3 million, but there's a big twist to it. So 9 million of those counted cases were a part of the Anubis souvenir packages, or the Anubis collection that were unboxed from the shop. And to add on to everything else, this came out 6 days before this report was finalized, meaning there were actually only 41.3 million cases opened in April, which that means we're down quite a bit, at least from our monthly projection. This is not much better than last month, which that does explain why a lot of case prices have gone down and were going down in the first place. On top of the whole thing was CS Float and the Valve devs cutting extra services so these Steam servers could be up more frequently, at least for trading. And then when you hop in CSGO, all investments aside, Paris 2023 is here and they look extremely good. A lot of people like them. If you missed Stockholm or Antwerp, well, this is definitely your opportunity to build that dream inventory, especially with some of those stickers you've always been wanting. I, for one, am probably going to do a lot of rebuilding. Not going to sell anything off, but I'm definitely going to add to what I've wanted the past couple of years that I missed out with, let's just say with the Cloud9 holo. A lot of stickers look very similar, but there's also some key different ones as well. I have a couple more dedicated videos going into the Paris Major stickers, how these got affected, the problems with going borderless once again, if Valve is going to change this anytime in the future, and in Mando Monday. But for what I'll say right now, these stickers are obviously going down the crapper. And the same thing goes with Antwerp, but it's not getting hit as hard as Stockholm is, mainly because it has a lot of the same teams, like the Mouse for an example. Right now, I think in the long term, these things will definitely work out, but that's a very long ways away, and we don't know what's going to happen with Paris. As it goes for investing into the Blast Paris capsules, at this point in time, it's way too early to tell, and to especially have any bold statements on whether it's good or bad, at least at this point. Yes, the stickers look really good, but a million other people have the exact same thought as you. Not to say that I don't think it's going to be profitable or positive in any sort of way for the community. There's just really no point of talking about it really until the 75% off sale comes and we see where the demand is really headed. Lastly, for today's video, I have a very important statement. Earlier today, I put out a tweet alongside a community post in regards to selling your investments and taking profit inside CS. I showed things like the Desert Eagle Blaze. This went from $1,650 all the way down to $800 in just the matter of a couple weeks. And just a couple months ago, the Desert Eagle Blaze was looking anywhere from $400 to $500. The Mouse Hollow at its all-time high was 110. Now it's down to 23 on a place like Buff. These are examples of many and many to come. I think a lot of people need to learn how to take profit, move on, pull out of the game for a little bit as well. You don't have to be constantly in the loop of things 24/7. That's what I've done the past couple of weeks and how I've been a little more lucky. I'm also seeing the exact same thing with the CS skins market and us going into CS2. Yes, everyone thinks and doesn't think anything's going to happen, but let's just say an operation came. A lot of these skins that people hold are going to go down the toilet, at least for the short period of time. People are not going to know what to do. They may not recover for the next year or two. That pretty much wraps up today's video. I have a couple commentaries covering just that. One, the importance of selling, which I already have a few of, but I think with us going into CS2 and the Paris stickers here, players need a new kind of reminder. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.